one who keeps changing the microscope. There we go. Yeah, thank you very much for that introduction. Yes. I am indeed a statistician. I'm a bit of a nerd. You may have already worked out from the first poem. This second poem is me going through a nerd hole. I used to live in Germany, and one of the things I got asked to do whilst I was doing my PhD in Germany was to do strange little statistical requests, and one of the local papers asked me to do a feature around Valentine's Day, asking about the statistics of love. And I thought this was quite good fun. And I actually ended up researching quite a lot about the statistics of love. And so this actually formed the basis of this poem here. So this is all scientifically referenced material. These statistics that I'll be mentioning are accurate. I have to warn you, the last poem may have been a bit political. This one's a little bit soppy, so, just to give you a heads up there. Okay. I don't know how to find love, but I know that 54% of women in my age class are unmarried. I know that in 3 years' time this will drop to just 31%. I know therefore that I should probably look outside my age bracket, because I know that in the US, 33% of marriages are between couples with less than 1 year age difference between them. And I know that 20% of marriages in the US are between couples with more than 6 years age gap between them. I don't know how to find love, but I do know that you can apply the same mathematical formula used to estimate the number of sentient species in your galaxy to estimate the number of suitable partners in your local area. I know that when the economist Peter Backus did this for himself, he worked out there were 26 women available for him in London. I know that the chance of meeting any one of these 26 women in London on any given night out is 0.00034%. That is, incidentally, guys, 1,000 times more likely than seeing a sentient life form in your lifetime. Sadly, though, I know that even if I bump into one of these girls on a night out, I know that only 2% of men and only 9% of women say they have ever found a meaningful relationship in a bar. I know that moving to a bigger city won't help, because I know that bigger cities have a lower rate of relationship formation. And I know that, incredibly, there's a negative relationship between the proportion of single people and the proportion of people who go on to find successful relationships. Which is incredible. I don't know how to find love, but I do know that of the women who use dating websites, that they show the strongest preferences for non-smokers who live nearby. I know that these preferences are 5% stronger than the next highest preferences of age, education, height, and income. But talking of height and income, I know that guys that are only 5'3" receive only 70% of the number of sexual encounters in their lifetime as guys who are 6'5". I know that men over the age of 23 who have an income of less than $30,000 a year represent the lowest 30% in terms of dating frequency. I know that attractiveness matters. I know that men who are regarded to be hot on dating websites receive twice as many dating requests as men who are regarded to be ugly. However, if I cannot be hot, then actually there's a better type of average to be. If you're the sort of guy who gets consistently ranked as being average, then you'll have far fewer dating requests than if you're the sort of average that divides opinion. Which I find quite interesting. I know that even when I do manage to find a date, I know that 57% of women find self-confidence and body images to be the most important components of a good first impression. I know that only 7% will actually listen to what I say. However, I know that 49% of people say that talking of past relationships is the #1 conversation killer on a first date, and this is followed shortly by talking of dieting or body image. I know that after the date, if contact is not returned within 24 hours of me instigating it, I know there's an 88% chance it never will be. I know that the optimal strategy for finding a long-term partner is through the application of a mathematical theory called optimal stopping theorem. I know the optimal stopping theorem says that you should estimate the number of sexual partners you'll have through your entire lifetime and take the first 37%. You should then reject those first 37% out of hand and then form a lasting relationship with the first partner you meet that exceeds that first 37%. I know that this is optimally beneficial for many species in biology, including the peacock wrasse and the pine engraver beetle. I don't know how to find love, but my friends tell me that I tend to overthink it, Ed. I don't know how to find love, but I do know the numbers, and I know they're a bit of a lie, they're a bit of a half-truth. I don't know how to find love, but I know that when the girl with the blue butterflies in her hands turns up to my apartment late one evening, I've been baking and I've got flour on my face. We're both nervous. She's been here 100 times before, and yet tonight, it's different somehow. I don't know how to find love, but that night,